Okay, you've logged into Bandlab. What now? Our purpose today is to create something. We're going to start working on our ringtone, and we're going to be adding a loop to a track. A loop is a sound that can repeat itself over and over, kind of like your mom when she says, clean your room, clean your room, clean your room. The loop is the sound, the track is where it lives. It's going to stay on one track. So for our assignment, we are working on having one kind of loop per track. So you can choose whether you want to have an instrument track, and that's when you're going to plug in a keyboard or some other kind of instrument, or use the virtual instruments. We have a drum machine, which is kind of like the launch pad that we play with in class. You can create beats and rhythms in it. You can do just a complete voice track when you have a microphone attached, or most of you are probably going to be using the microphone that's built into your laptops. If you have a guitar, you could plug your guitar in and Bandlab will act as an amp. Or you can plug in your bass and use Bandlab as your amp. So those are some good choices if you're going to actually perform the tracks. You can import loops from like freesound.org when we're working with that, or songs that you have on your computer, you can import them using that. Or you can browse all of the pre-programmed loops that are on there. Today we're going to just browse. We're going to listen to what the possibilities are. So please click the button that says Browse Loop. There's a bunch of different categories that you can listen to of all of the different built-in loops, which is pretty amazing. They have a lot of loops here. So let's listen to what country trap is. Let's just pick one. And then you just click on one of them, Country Trap Bass 08. So some of you with those preconceived notions about a certain style of music, and maybe you're like, I don't like country. Well, if you look at some of this stuff, that didn't really necessarily sound like it would have to be country. That was kind of cool too. So if you decide you like it, you click, you drag, you drop. And then yes, I want Bandlab to be on my microphone. You can click on it and drag it to wherever you'd like to be. If you want to make it repeat over and over, click and drag out. This would be 12 bars long. And then you can click and play. Maybe you're looking for a guitar. You can type in guitar at the top, and then there's all the different kinds of guitar in that category that would match. So just for the sake of time, we're going to add that, and then we can move it to wherever we'd like it to start. Remember, each loop should have its own track. And that didn't really start where I'd like it to start. So you move it around, line them up wherever you'd like them to go. Before you get too far into your ringtone assignment, one of the important things to know is that these are your bars, your measure numbers. These are not your second timings. For the purpose of our ringtone assignment, your ringtone needs to be between 20 and 30 seconds long. That is not being able to see it through here. You would have to look at here to see what the timing is. There's 3 seconds. Or the preferable way is to right click on the timeline here and choose minutes, seconds. So now you have your second timeline up here. So you know your ringtone has to be at least this long, but no longer than 30 seconds long. Your main objective today is just to be able to listen to the different loops and add at least one loop to your track. You do not have to build an entire song today because we will be adding a different kind of loop or track to your project as the time goes. So to next class, we're going to be adding a different kind of loop to your project. So it's all one big project. So today, you are only listening to the different loops and you're dragging and dropping them onto your screen. Then make sure you save it. And that's it. You might want to name your project too, but you can name it your name, ringtone. So I am Lyman. Up at the top, click on new project and name it your last name, ringtone, RT. You don't have to type out the whole thing. And then it's already saved. So I'm going to exit and go back to my home screen. And there is, right there, there's my project. I can add collaborators to it. So if I want somebody else to see it or work on it, I can do that here. And then we'll talk about that in a different video.